first time I saw the draw is when they were selected on live stream and stuff like that. And obviously when we saw Tox, we were a bit worried because they are, if not the best Halo team out there at the moment.
With the Americans coming over to this event, we have Tox and Accelerate in our group. I think beating any of those would be an upset, like on paper. I think we can do it though. You know, I've never played an American team in England, so they could react poorly to the time zone or something.
Accelerate again we didn't really get a lucky pool just because we had two very decent American teams in our pool, and then obviously 1-1 coming through open bracket, being We Vicious. So I'd say Accelerate was like a 50-50 match, and as we actually played it, every single map was close. It could have gone either way. Tox again.
From the European NA standpoint, yes, the NA teams are a lot better, but this doesn't mean we can't upset a lot of them. Like Casey said, and then we have Tox and Accelerate in our group, and Accelerate are quite shaky from what I've seen. So
realistically, it was a very unlucky bracket compared to anything else. We'd have rather been in any other bracket but this one, if that made sense. And I think the casters you actually picked us out of the hat made that very obvious that our group was the killer group. So yeah, we got a bit unfortunate with groups, but you definitely can't blame it on that.
This event's slightly different. I've got to look at it differently because although I want to defend that title I have, winning all the events in London, you know, this is a different scene. There's 6 North American teams being flown over, so I've got to look at it from a different perspective, and I still want to have the highest placement in Europe, because to me that's still winning it in from a European standpoint. You know, if I get high placement in the rest of the European teams, I'm still defending that title against the teams that are regularly over here. So it's kind of like I've admitted that the North American teams are most likely going to get that top placement, or you never know what could happen, but it's mainly beating the other European teams and maintaining that title that I'm looking at.
Man, you can't make me laugh, man.
Okay. So you're doing as usual. You do the usual. You walk in, wait, and then walking cross arm. Yeah, it's quite funny. And 3, 2, 1, go for it.
Open bracket's begun. We're kind of just waiting on our matches now. We don't really know who we play until after the main stage matches. So it's Tox versus Accelerate first, and then we'll play one of them games. Yeah, we're just going to be chilling, watching the teams that could possibly qualify into our group, kind of looking at what they're doing, so we get some practice ahead of time. But yeah, it's more just a waiting game now.
One guy's absolute.
I'm weak.
Blue one shot, blue. Oh my god! Weak ball. Nice! Well fucking played. Don't do it. Watch out, blue alley. Blue alley. One guy's one shot, listen. Blue alley. Just kill him, Case, kill him. You're right.
Accelerate was a really good series. You know, like the match we finished off like a couple points off. I felt like we were outslaying. We were actually playing really well together. Just couldn't finish off the game. So we lost 3-0 to them. And then Tox, you know, Tox are the most dominant team, you know, in Halo in comparison with Spice as well. They were very tough. I think they kind of cleaned us off. But we learned a bit from it, so it was a good series, but yeah, unfortunately lost for you.
We always kind of knew that we were going to go down the losers bracket just because that Accelerate match could have gone either way, and I think it's how you perform on the day. Obviously, and Accelerate did play better on the day. It was just unfortunate how close the matches were.
So of course in Group A we have Splice, Berserker Esports, Out Cold Gaming and Skit Light. We've got that new open bracket guys in there. We've got Group B, Tox Gaming, Accelerate Gaming, Radiant Esports and We Vicious. Lethal, your favourite team. Then we've got Group C, Renegades, Lucid Gaming, Athletico and Chosen Legacy.
Turk's quite sick. He's blaming the bed sheets, so we lost our coach today, which is quite unfortunate. I think it's not too bad because I'm known for timing stuff, so that's something that I've always been good at individually. So I know I can make up for that. But yeah, unfortunately, Carl's sick, which sucks.
You had asked me, let's say 1 year ago, hey, is Tox going to lose on Coliseum Flag? I would say, of course not.
You guys go. I'm sitting there. Or sitting there.
We just finished playing We Vicious. We won 3-0, and you know, it's fairly comfortable. You know, it was what we expected. As it stands, we just kind of tried to use it as a warm-up for our next few games. So, you know, it is what it is. Swept them aside, and now we're just going to go forward.
We have got an absolutely enormous game kicking off right here, right now in the pits. We've got Radiant Esports versus Mocket. We really want you guys at home to check this out. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Let's get Elamite, Lethal involved to give us all the commentary. Over to you, boys. Let's dive into the action.
Heading into losers bracket, we knew it would be a pretty steady run for us just because we wouldn't really have to play a top team until it comes to like the top 8 region. So when it came to it, Mocket obviously, no disrespect to the guys at Mocket, but
this is the ultimate test for these EU guys at their home soil. You know, being able to play, and we need to figure out of the European squad who's actually is the best. If you don't win this series, your tournament is over now. This is the elimination bracket. This is when all the pressure is on.
As an EU team, we're pretty comfortable then. We've scrimmed them before. We've beat them in the majority of 2Ks.
Radiant, this is a team I'm always looking forward to. Jimbo, he's been around for the longest person in the EU that I know, honestly.
Radiant managed to get a couple more points on the board. Only 2 points left, but just struggling to close this game out. But look at this fighting pit. It's pretty much a mosh pit right now.
This is literally a mosh pit. I keep saying it's over, but then they keep buying some more time. What do we do here?
To be fair, Mocket had all 4 members in that pit, and even then they struggled again.
Radiant have taken the 3-0 series here. Absolutely smashed it. Everyone seems elated after the victory, and everyone's congratulating each other on what was a great game. A bit of a clean sweep there as well. Some incredible work there. We saw it there at the end. Absolutely amazing. Let's try and get a player interview as well. Jimbo, can we borrow you for a quick interview as well? Mate, what an amazing game that was. A clean sweep there. How are you feeling after the victory?
Good. I think we knew we'd beat Mocket. I thought they put up a bit more of a fight than they actually did, but we're just looking for our next series, which I believe against is Berserker, the LATAM team, so I'm looking forward to that.
Are you feeling, I mean, as far as the championships go, are you guys feeling confident? You kind of found your stead now? How's it all going for you guys?
We're improving every game, it feels like. We had a kind of rocky start. Our chemistry is getting a lot better. It's weird enough that playing the lower tier teams actually helped us out with our comms and stuff, and I think it's getting us a lot more confidence in ourselves and when with each other, so I'm looking forward to playing more.
I mean, obviously you're a familiar face here at all of these championships. How does it feel to be back here playing for the big stuff once again?
It's amazing. I love this venue. It's always nice to see all the European guys. And it's nice to have the North Americans over here. It's exciting. I do want to play on main stage again. I haven't got to play on main stage yet this event. It's weird because I'm used to playing on main stage all the time. I've been in the side station the whole event, so it's good. I love this place. It's awesome.
Amazing. Well, listen. Hopefully you'll get to the main stage. Wish you the best of luck. Best of luck in your next match as well. Thank you very much for chatting to us.
Moving on from there, Berserker Esports, in my eyes it should have been, you know, a pretty easy win, and again from the lads, they were comfortable in taking it.
We thought we was going to beat them because we felt like we was the better team. We ended up playing map 1, Rick Stronghold, and I think we won pretty comfortably. We ended up choking the Slayer. Game 2 like 50-48, I think, 50-47, something like that, yeah.
One shot, nice!
So then we went to Alba Leiden. We won as well by like 30 points. And then after that, they just, you know...
We went 2-1 up in the series, and then it just went downhill from them.
Bottom cap, one shot. One shot, bottom cap.
Fair play to one of their players, Drifter, he was insane with his snipe and went off.
He was hitting some insane shots with snipe, and they just streamrolled us after that for game 5.
And top mid weak. One more guy. Weak. Nice. We need to get this snipe and slow it down. Get snipe and away. Go!
Just clutched up in Slayer, I have to say.
But again, we should have took that 3-1 and ended it off there, and then moved on to play Elevate. But it is what it is. Like I said, we knew we had to play a good team around that top 8 region, but we should have beat Berserk, and we should have continued into the event. But yeah, I can't ask any much more from the lads, because again, EU has always been at a disadvantage in Halo, and as much as I hate talking about it, it is a factor that always will be looked upon. So yeah, we couldn't really, that was kind of out of our hands, but again, you know, we played our best, and it was just unfortunate how close the games actually were.
Just want to thank everyone for supporting us. You know, although we got top 12, which is the same place as everyone else in Europe, we were looking to push around the top 6 mark personally. So we are disappointed. You know, we were on the brink of top 8, and I feel like we were getting better as the event was going on. So, you know, it was a shame, but you know, we're grateful for all the support. So, thank you.
So we ended off HCS London with a top 12 placement. For the future, obviously, we're not too sure. I think everybody, you know, after a couple of days, the first couple of days after a loss at LAN is always a bit, you know, you're very down with the loss, and you're just recovering from taking that in. So I think over the next few days we'll kind of find out what our roster wants to go to, and where we want to head. But obviously I think the next aim is Atlanta, because we have got something to prove. We are, if not one of the best, you know, if not the best EU team here. So we do have something to prove, and I think Atlanta is that one to prove it. But yeah, these lads have been a pleasure to work with. You know, shout out to Jimbo, Riots, Lunny, and Mose, and of course Turk. Turk was ill. Shout out to Turk for the coaching. Obviously, it could have been a different story if he was there, but he had an illness that prevented him to attend the event. So yeah, shout out to all the lads that dream to work with you.
AJ, you got a message for Heat, mate?
Black Ops 4, keep an eye out.